We've all seen it. You may have tried it. And if you are anything like me and you're skeptical about it, you don't like it. That is the viral topic at the minute, reverse styling. Let's get into it. What's up, curlies? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kiki, and if you are new here, I do all things curly hair tips, product reviews and styling. Today's video is all about the viral moment at the minute that is being had online, reverse styling. I'm gonna put it out there. I think reverse styling is gonna ruin a lot of you lot's hair if you keep doing it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't buy it, and let's get into my reasonings for this, as well as what it actually is if you're someone who is not chronically online like me and has never seen it before. Let's just have a look at what reverse styling actually is. So on the surface, we have hair that starts being blown out or stretched, usually using some sort of hairdryer or heat tool. And then after that, you are going in with your wash and go on the ends of your hair. So the very ends of the hair are being styled. And then you've got 3/4 of the portion of the head, or half the remaining hair that's left, that is actually stretched and blown out. Now, if you haven't already guessed what the issues are with this styling technique, I'm going to put you on to some things that you need to think about if you're considering doing this styling technique and introducing it as part of your hair care routine. So the first and the most obvious one is the use of heat. Heat in any capacity is going to have a compromising effect on your hair, whether you like it or not. Obviously, the lower temperature we use, the less we are at risk of heat damage. The further away the heat is from your hair, the less risk we are at heat damage. And obviously, if you use heat resection as well, you can also prevent that heat damage from occurring as much. However, heat is heat, and using heat on a weekly basis, because I'm pretty sure you're not stretching these reverse style wash and goes out for 2 and 3 weeks, is not a good look if you're somebody who wants to retain length. And this is the key really here. If you're somebody who does not care about retaining length and you're happy to stay the same length as you are now, then by all means crack on. But if you're somebody who is deep in your bag of natural hair length retention, you are not going to be wanting to be introducing reverse styling into your routine. Other than the issue that is heat that we've already discussed, the second issue for me is the amount of manipulation that's going on in the hair. If by now you don't know about wash and goes, you know that I am not a huge fan of wash and goes for length retention, especially if you are a fine haired girl like me, or you have particularly high density hair that is on the drier side, it's more fragile, or it's particularly tightly coiled. Then wash and goes are not your bestie for length retention. We already know that wash and goes promote more tangles, more single strand knots, and increase the process of dryness so much more than if your hair was in a protective or low manipulation kind of style. So straight off the back, we already know wash and goes are not the one. So now we're adding in that extra layer of manipulation to the hair, dragging that blow dryer, whatever tool you're using, to get those strands to be pulled straight and stretched, or more straight than before. This is not coinciding with keeping your hair nice and long and protected and healthy, because the more manipulation you place on your hair, the more chance you have of breakage. And that's just not something I'm about. I really don't buy into this whole reverse styling thing. And the third thing I'm going to mention on this topic, 3 and 4, is not only do I not see the point of washing your hair, blowing it out to wet the ends, and then have your ends being like, you know, curly and the middle of it straight or straight-ish, for the sake of having hair that looks and appears longer than what actually is. Was this not just the same as getting an afro pick and just like picking out the root and holding a hairdryer to the root and just gently teasing it out? I'm pretty sure this is basically the same thing. So why would we spend all of that time blowing our hair out to then mist the ends with water and put gel and whatever we're putting on the end, if we can just do a traditional wash and go where we apply the product to all of the hair, we tease out the root and we stretch the root with an afro pick, and at the very most put a blow dryer into those pieces? Like, I feel like it's a whole lot of effort for nothing. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I'm not struggling to get my hair to be a specific length and appear for it to be bigger and longer than it actually is. Like, whatever length my hair is when it's shrunken up, that's the length it is. And over time, it will naturally get more voluminous as the days go on. But that volume on day 1, I'm not really chasing it. I'm not gonna lie, it's nothing I've ever chased unless I'm going out the same day and I've washed my hair the same day, which I generally never do. That's not something I'm gonna be doing in the future. So, interesting one that we see circulating online at the moment, and let me know your thoughts in the comments about this topic of reverse styling. I know I've already got a comment on one of my videos asking me what about reverse styling, and I'm like, never gonna happen. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.